Inner Circle. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. Former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort's convicted of tax and bank fraud in Virginia, 8 counts, with the jury unable to come up with a verdict on the other 10. The news more directly tied to President Trump is the guilty pleas from his former attorney. Fox's John Decker's live at the White House.
Michael Cohen told a federal judge that Donald Trump during the 2016 campaign directed him to essentially buy the silence of 2 women who said they had affairs with Mr. Trump. Robert Khuzami is the deputy U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York.
He worked to pay money to silence 2 women who had information that he believed would be detrimental to the 2016 campaign and to the candidate and the campaign.
Cohen made that allegation as he pleaded guilty to 8 counts, including campaign finance violations. Cohen said he made payments to 2 women for the purpose of influencing the election. Chris?
John, the president not mentioning either Cohen or Manafort at a rally in West Virginia, but did say,
fake news and the Russian witch hunt. We got a whole big combination. Where is the collusion?
He also talked about the murder of Molly Tibbetts in Iowa, confessed to by a man in the country illegally.
Should have never happened.
The farm where the suspect Christian Rivera worked says he had passed a federal background check. A Republican congressman and his wife are facing criminal charges.
Federal prosecutors in Southern California say Congressman Duncan Hunter and his wife Margaret Hunter used campaign money to pay for family vacations, school tuition, theater tickets, and expensive meals. In all, the indictment says the Hunters spent more than $250,000 of campaign funds from 2009 through 2016.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern. There's been an earthquake off the coast of south central Oregon. There are no reports of any damage or injuries, but people certainly felt it. Fox News, fair and balanced.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event. And now, while selection is best, it's the best time to buy. With amazing offers across a full lineup of Ford vehicles, now is the time to make summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Stop by a local Ford store or shop online at buyfordnow.com, because there is no better time than right now to get behind the wheel of a new Ford during the Ford Summer Sales Event. The Ford Summer Sales Event is here. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on the 2018 EcoSport. Best-selling claim based on 2017 calendar year sales. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 60 months at $1,667 per month for $1,000 finance regardless of down payment. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 8/31/18. See dealer or go to buyfordnow.com for qualifications and details.
Facebook has suspended hundreds of pages, groups, and accounts linked to Iran and Russia. The company says the people behind those pages were engaged in coordinated, misleading political manipulation. Facebook announced last month it had shut down 32 accounts engaged in political misbehavior targeting the midterm elections. There was a court hearing in Seattle about guns made with 3D printers.
Seattle federal judge Robert Lasnik stopped Cody Wilson from posting his 3D printed gun plans online late last month after 19 states and D.C. sued. At a hearing Tuesday, the judge said he'll issue a ruling by next Monday, but that this should all really be resolved by the president or Congress. Wilson posted the 3D printed gun plans back in 2013, and after he was ordered to remove them, he sued the State Department. The State Department settled after the Justice Department said they'd lose in a case against him on First Amendment grounds. A Justice Department attorney told the judge plastic guns are already illegal and this case should be dropped. Judge Lasnik asked why the government wouldn't then want to stop undetectable, untraceable guns from being made in the first place. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
5 people are hurt with burns in a foundry explosion in Delaware, Ohio, at a business called Liberty Casting Company. We could find out today if Ohio State's football coach Urban Meyer keeps his job.
Ohio State University's Board of Trustees will meet with University President Michael Drake this morning to discuss the 2-week-long investigation into what Buckeyes head football coach Urban Meyer knew about past domestic violence claims against now former receivers coach Zach Smith. President Drake will determine Meyer's fate upon review of an investigative committee's final report. Meyer has been on paid leave since August 1st as questions into his handling of domestic abuse allegations came to surface when Zach Smith's ex-wife Courtney revealed that members of Meyer's inner circle, including his wife, knew of the abuse she was suffering at the hands of her ex-husband. Meyer, Zach Smith, and Courtney Smith all met with the panel investigating this matter. Matt Napolitano, Fox News.
And I'm Chris Foster, Fox News Radio.
We would like to welcome a new sponsor to ESPN 93.5. It's ABC Heating and Air.
Oh, yeah. They bring us our news with Jamie Monticelli. It's as easy as ABC to always be comfortable. Depend on their skilled, licensed, and experienced technicians at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning to help you with your residential and commercial needs. ABC Heating and Air Conditioning.com. It's actually ABC Heating and AC.com. ABC Heating and AC.com or 352-2400.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. Mayor and Liquor Commissioner Deborah Frank Finan has designated parts of downtown Champaign as a festival district from 5 until 9 p.m. on Friday, August 24th. Customers of participating restaurants and bars will be able to buy and take open containers of alcohol from the licensed premises for consumption on public property located within the boundaries of the festival district. That is the first designation of that type in Champaign and will coincide with the final Friday Night Live event of the season. A 31-year-old Urbana man accused in a fatal shooting outside a house party in Urbana last month has been charged with first-degree murder. 31-year-old Corey Jackson has been arraigned. You'll no longer have to renew your vehicle registration every year. The governor signed legislation on Monday, giving drivers the choice to register their vehicles for more than 1 year at a time. It starts in 2021. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
You don't see them. You don't even know they're there, but your body knows. Oh yeah, your lungs know because your air ducts hide them. Bacteria. It hides in your air duct systems and makes you miserable. Fact is, with Americans sometimes spending up to 90% of their time indoors, allergies, sinus congestion, and headaches can be attributed to those little devils hiding in your home. So call ABC Heating and Air. They'll clean your systems and have you breathing easier. Call ABC at 352-5400.
It's ABC Heating and AC.com or 352-5400. Call them today. Let's check your weather. Brought to you by the Blossom Basket Floors. Thank you to Ron Bailey for providing our bouquet of flowers yesterday.
Yes, a romantic gesture from Chris Cook and Homer to his wife Kathy at Carl.
Blossom Basket Floors, simply magnificent. 2 locations, Village at the Crossing Champaign, Cunningham at Urbana, 367 Rose, or blossombasket.com.
High 78, a perfect day. You just started school, but why not play hooky? Down to 55 with clear conditions tonight. Up to 78 with sunshine tomorrow, too. Down to around 58 with an increase in the clouds that could bring a 70% chance of showers Friday. High 72, low 66. 88 the high Saturday and Sunday. Right now the temperature's at 61. ESPN 93.5.
Okay, so my new strategy last night was to fall asleep in the middle of the game, wake up at the end of the game.
Oh.
So I did that, and the Cardinals win again, and oh my, they're the number 1 wild card team and only 2.5 behind the Cubs.
Wow.
Cubbies are really struggling. They've scored 1 run in the last
5 games?
Yeah, they've had a solo home run 5 games in a row, total of 1 run a game. So they are really kind of looking at each other.
In the bats.
And they're still up 2.5 games, and they're playing like that. So they get this Daniel Murphy, who was really the guy that beat them in the NLCS about 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. He was the second baseman for the New York Mets when the Mets swept the Cubs. Now Daniel Murphy went to the Nationals, and now Daniel Murphy is with the Cubs. He'll be in the lineup tonight in Detroit.
Okay, good.
You don't want to lose to Detroit, and they did last night. 2-1.
Yes.
He can't score. So he'll help them because he just really does quality at bats, and maybe Javi Baez and some of these other younger guys that are a little more anxious can watch Daniel Murphy because he'll take 5 to 10 pitches at an at-bat and just make it really hard to get him out. He'll help the Cubs in that regard. Maybe a David Ross kind of guy. He's an older guy, so I think it'll really help this young team to have Daniel Murphy. I think Theo made a good move here.
Well, Washington Nationals also got a player, too, the Cardinals.
Yeah, Matt Adams is home.
Right.
Big City, who was here for our caravan twice in the last 5 years, went to play against the Cardinals with the Nationals just a week ago, and they love Matt Adams, and Matt asked Matt Carpenter for some salsa. because the salsa has spurred the Cardinals. The whole thing about Adam Wainwright went to Matt Carpenter's house, planted a garden. They made salsa, and Matt Carpenter went nuts and is probably the MVP in the National League right now.
Okay.
And so the whole salsa thing, when you see the Cardinals get a hit, they pretend they're eating salsa.
I see.
That's what the Cardinals do. So,
well, I know when Matt Carpenter had that injury, he had to open a jar of salsa.
Yeah, so anyway, Matt Adams wanted salsa, and Matt Carpenter said no. But then he tweeted yesterday, said, "Now you're back, my friend. I'll bathe you in it."
Okay.
So now we'll get Matt Adams back with the Cardinals as a left-handed power bat. I don't think he'll start a lot.
Okay.
But he certainly is a good addition.
Well, he's a big hefty guy.
He's a big hefty guy. And he's the Washington Nationals released him. I mean, he was like 0 for his last 20.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's not like he that kind of a guy coming back to essentially home, because he has a home in St. Louis.
Right.
So it's a good chemistry fit.
Lift their spirits a little bit.
Yeah, and he can pop a home run for you, too.
Nice.
So the Cardinals continue to play really, really good baseball with the best record in baseball since the All-Star break, St. Louis Cardinals. And the best part of it, it's good baseball. Mm-hmm. It isn't bad baseball. It's good baseball. Colton Wong made a play at second base last night in the ninth inning. I'll play John Rooney's call of it, but it was unbelievable. Not sure I've seen anything quite like that. Colton Wong is if not the best defensive second baseman, he's right there in the top 3 in all of baseball. He's really, really, really good. So anyway, the Cardinals continue to roll, and it's getting exciting on ESPN 93.5. The Cubs again in the doldrums, but again, if you're in the doldrums and still ahead by 2.5 games, you have to like it. So that's kind of your baseball picture, and we'll get you the recap coming up here in just a few moments. And again, students continue to come back on our campus. We love it. The diversity is back. All of those countries represented at the best university ever here at Urbana-Champaign. But boy, you drive around campus as I do, you just got to really be alert. And there's still some construction around and all of that. Move-in day is tomorrow. That was where the respectfully maybe avoid the area unless you just want to be in a line for whatever reason. But it'll be really congested on campus tomorrow. Lots of excitement. And boy, we just love the University of Illinois. We love the students. We just do. It is such an amazing difference when they're here versus when they're not here. And there's still so much construction going on with the plans to essentially take that corner at 6th and Green and make another high-rise. You hear about that? 17 stories. I don't know where the money's I don't know where the students... at some point you're going, how many apartments do we have? I mean, we used to have sunshine on Green Street. Now we're like Chicago shadows, some of those big, tall buildings on Green and Springfield. But it's amazing, some of the development stuff that's going up and around. But anyway, kind of exciting as folks really start getting here. Again, tomorrow, official move-in day. And then this weekend, Quad Day Sunday, we've got bags we're handing out with all kinds of wonderful goodies inside. And the students love it. We love giving them some treats because we go out and we get a whole bunch of things of value, coupons and such. So we appreciate getting to do that. We work kind of all over campus town. We can't be on the quad, but we certainly like being out and around. And then we got high school football, which is coming up Friday night. It's the J.T. Walker's High School Football Showcase, and that's going to feature St. Joe Ogden against St. Thomas at STM, St. Thomas More. J.T. Walker's great food, great service, small-town atmosphere. Check it out, jtwalkers.com. Also, our major sponsors, Country Financial Agent Jesse DeHaan, 1200 West Bloomington Road, Champaign. Working for you in the community. Call her for all your insurance needs, 352-3466. Want to get through college without a boatload of debt? Take your first 2 years at Parkland College and transfer the credits. And 328-2424, Tapman's Towing, where I worked, and they still miss me. Tapman's Towing, your off-road specialist in East Central Illinois. And Prospect Bank. Find the best mortgage to lead you home with Prospect Bank's Wade Franklin. He won't let the process overwhelm you. Sit down with Wade and he'll work to find the best mortgage out there. The opportunity is yours. Prospect Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Well, if it's not our old friend David Avella, New York City. How are you, David?
Good morning. Glad to be with you, Stevie J.
Chairman of GOPAC. And you guys essentially, if those have not heard of GOPAC, you are?
The Center for Educating and Electing Republican Leaders. We work to find good talent across the country and help groom them to run for higher office. And serving their legislatures.
Midterms. I've said it many times. I don't believe in the narrative. I don't believe in the blue wave. I might be wrong. What do you think?
If you want Congress to focus all of its time on investigations and on seeking to impeach President Trump, you'll vote Democrat. If you want Congress to focus on ideas to continue keeping this economy roaring, getting our border secure, and trying to annoy the media, you'll vote Republican.
David Avella. All right, EPA unveils new Trump plan gutting Obama power plant rules. All I heard yesterday is the world's going to explode now.
Well, consumers' electric rates are going to go from double-digit increases to being lower. The projections are rates will come down. More Americans will be working as more coal plants will be hiring and seeking to expand. Those related industries will be expanding as well. It is ultimately good, and for those who are worried about what's going to happen in their state, it gives the states flexibility that if they want to put in Obama-era rules for their particular state, they can do that. They can be less competitive if they choose.
So as state by state, much like Roe v. Wade, if it ever was overturned, every state would have an option to keep doing abortions, correct? It's kind of like that.
I guess I have to think that through there.
I mean, if it goes to the states and they can make their own call, it'd be a federal change, but not a state by state change, which is essentially what you just said. So the environmental dangers of all of this, we can do clean coal, but again, it's just positioned as Republicans hate the environment. That's what they've said it for decades.
Well, they have been saying that for decades. I mean, the reality is emissions by the U.S. have been coming down for some time now, much of it due to technology advancements that are occurring within the industry. So that always the rhetoric from those who want to get rid of the coal industry hasn't changed. The reality, though, is America is becoming more energy independent. We are becoming more of an exporter than an importer of our energy, which is good for our economy and it's good for our national security.
David Avella, chairman of GOPAC. All right. Any predictions for midterms, David?
Midterms, I continue to say, as I say every time I come on with you, if we don't pick up 2 or 3 seats in the U.S. Senate, it will be disappointing. And the House is 50-50 right now on whether Republicans hold majority.
But again, you're right. I don't think there's any doubt. It's a pure impeachment for 2 years is what we're going to get out of the House. Donald Trump won't be impeached, but the House will push it to the Senate, and that's what they're going to do. And if that's what we want, then vote for it. That's what we'll get.
That's exactly right.
David, how do people find you at GOPAC?
www.gopac.org.
Always a pleasure.
Or they can find me on Twitter. They can find me on Twitter at David_Avella.
Avella. David, a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
David Avella, Avella. You can always text in. What do you think? 359-2255. 359-2255. We get to hear our Cardinal recap because our Redbirds are truly on a roll.
I mean, we could do that later. I could just do
it. Oh, we got to hear it now.
Well, okay then.
Let's
Here
go.
it is.
Cardinals are the best team in baseball today.
I know, 12 out of 15.
Oh, it's just but it's good baseball. The defense, it's just an amazing thing. What has happened?
Show the Cardinals some love, Stevie.
Man.
This Redbird recap is brought to you by Travel Wisconsin. Plan your fun today at TravelWisconsin.com.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney in Los Angeles, where the Cardinals go for the sweep of the Dodgers tonight behind Jack Flaherty, who will be opposed by Walker Buehler. Flaherty a 7-game winner, Buehler a 6-game winner. Ricky, in the 5-2 victory last night, Yadier Molina and Marcell Ozuna both hit 2-run homers, but we saw some intensity.
There was a lot of intensity. There were some odd plays in the game, odd base running plays late on the Dodgers side. They just did not run the bases well. The Cardinals continue to hit late in games. Ozuna's home run came in the 7th inning, and the Cardinal pitchers gave up just 2 runs on 8 hits.
Golden Wong took a hit away from Justin Turner, the leadoff batter in the 9th inning, and Wong is making a case for a Gold Glove.
That may be the best play I've seen all year, and I know I've seen a lot of good ones, but that was a terrific play. He helped out his pitcher, and the Cardinals again did a terrific job keeping down a very good Dodgers offense.
And we're on the air tonight at 8:15.
Hi, folks. This is Wisconsin Tourism Secretary Stephanie Klett, and what you're hearing in the background are the sounds of Gemütlichkeit. It's a feeling of friendship, warmth, and good cheer. It's also the feeling you get when you visit Wisconsin, and you'll feel it all around our state, from festivals to sporting events. It's tricky to say, but easy to feel. That's Gemütlichkeit, and that is Wisconsin. Go to TravelWisconsin.com and let the fun begin.
Detroit over the Cubs 2-1 yesterday. They've got action today on US 105.9 to wrap up that series. It's just a couple of games against Detroit.
Yeah, I guess just a 2-gamer.
Mm-hmm.
So I predict Daniel Murphy will be in that lineup.
Yeah.
And I think the Cubbies will roll today.
I believe hitting 300 so far.
He's just a good baseball player, but I think he might bring what David Ross brought, a little maturity,
wisdom,
and patience, and Cubs just are reaching and stretching and pushing and pressing, and it's just not really good right now, but it is only August 22nd, and our focus is on October, so there's still time.
Rick Renteria out of the hospital after lightheadedness and coming home to Chicago. Minnesota had a 3-run ninth, beating the Chicago White Sox 5-2 yesterday. Big Ten preseason bus tour made a stop for Illini football practice to be on the set and talk with Lovie Smith and quarterback A.J. Bush. Also, the Big Ten slate featuring 20 conference games, each team playing 7 teams, both home and away. In Illini basketball, we'll see 6 teams once, 3 home, 3 away. So they determine the schedule, and Nebraska, December 2nd, is where it all will begin.
It's so weird to be playing Big Ten in December.
Yes.
I understand why, but it is just for us, townies and older guys.
I know it.
This never happened.
And the Big Ten ACC Challenge will feature Clemson on the ladies' side. 18 conference games coming their way. Chicago Bears over the Broncos 24-23 yesterday in NFL preseason action.
Kidoki. Again, we're a week away from Illinois football. Week from Saturday. Football Friday night. JT Walker Sports Showcase. All heard on Q96. 7 o'clock, and again, we appreciate all of our sponsors for our JT Walker Sports Showcase high school football. St. Joe Ogden at STM, brought to you by ABC Heating and Air.
Illini Mattress, Country Financial Agent Jesse DeHaan, and Kirby Turner Masonry.
Roof Doctors, reliable professionals caring for all your roofing needs. Carl Sports Medicine, offering the finest clinical treatment to prevent injury and to recover from injury. And Illini Mattress, family owned and operated. Visit them online, IlliniMattress.com. And again, ABC Heating and Air. Easy as ABC. I never thought of that. Always be comfortable. 352-5400. And our bags, again, are some of our great sponsors on our bags.
Yeah, Macy's, especially at Marketplace, with their 25% off on their fall preview sale happening this weekend. Might want to check that out.
Okay. Fox Business Minute brought to you this morning by Starla Card, Provident Financial Group in Champaign, where partnerships are built on trust.
City of Illinois President.
Find Starla at Provident Financial Group, LLC. We'll check our news coming up in just a few moments. More on the Cardinals. Cubs play again in Detroit. All of that just ahead. ESPN 93.5, 723.
From the Fox Business Network. Wall Street's 4-day winning streak could be in jeopardy. Stock futures are down before the opening bell, and analysts say the markets are facing new uncertainty amid the legal developments of 2 former associates of the president, the convictions of former campaign manager Paul Manafort, and guilty pleas of ex-lawyer Michael Cohen. Retail stocks could get a lift on news that Urban Outfitters, Target, and Lowe's all reported earnings that topped Wall Street's forecasts. A little later, we'll get another look at how the housing market is doing when numbers for pre-owned home sales come in. Olive Garden customers who can't get enough pasta may be able to get more. Unlimited servings for a year. It's offering its first annual Pasta Pass as part of its never-ending Pasta Bowl deal. It's available to 1,000 customers who pay $300. The chain will offer 8 weeks of unlimited pasta for $100. Promotion starts tomorrow. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Pat O'Neill.
Doctor, award-winning chief medical correspondent, and Salon Pass user, Dr. Bob Arnott.
For pain relief, the best solution may surprise you. I found that Salon Pa's Lidocaine Plus works best for my pain. It's powerful, available without a prescription, and uses 2 anesthetics to numb nerves right where it hurts. It starts to work on contact, providing effective, lasting pain relief I can count on.
Salon Pass, in the silver box with the blue wave.
Hi, it's Stevie J. When I needed a new roof, I called Roof Doctors. Actually called a lot of roofing companies to get estimates. But I felt great talking to Randy. I felt that he was honest, reliable, and affordable, and I felt I could trust him. You know what? I was right. They did a terrific job. After they did my roof, I had them do my mom's roof. You know how much you have to like a company to recommend to your mom? With 30 years of experience and the best warranties, call today for a free estimate at 328-7529 or go to roofdoctorsco.com.
Need an oil change? See your Champagne CarX man. Right now at CarX Tire and Auto, get a full-service oil change starting at $19.99 with tire rotation and brake inspection. From oil changes to engine repair and everything in between, CarX Tire and Auto's been serving Champagne for almost 40 years with 3 convenient locations. Your Champagne CarX man has the right oil for your vehicle and at a great deal at $19.99. Stop in, call, or schedule online at CarX.com.
Don't worry, call the CarX man.
It's time for back-to-school shopping, and Game Day Spirit can cover all your bases, from your toddlers to your teens and kids going off to college. Game Day is bringing in new Nike apparel daily, and you don't want to miss out on the coolest items. There are new t-shirts and jackets perfect for both the classroom and a game. Game Day Spirit is also the official carrier of the Illinois Clear Bags that are compliant with the new Clear Bag policy at Memorial Stadium. Don't get caught off guard. Get your bag early and be ready for a great football season. Shop Game Day and go Illini!
Hey, next time you pay for parking, forget the spare change and use Mobile Meter instead. It's available all over Champaign-Urbana, and it's the easiest way to pay for parking. Download the Mobile Meter app, store your credit card information, then select how long you want to park. That easy. Download the Mobile Meter app or go to mobilemeter.us.
Yeah, you might want to go over to Honda BMW today and say, I want to drive that fabulous CR-V. That's one of their hottest ones.
I love the CR-V.
That's what Miss Illinois 2018 Grace Cacciaturian's driving. A white CR-V, and she just loves it.
Looks good in that, too.
I said, Daddy, how can I buy this?
Oh, really?
It's just really good. Anyway, Honda BMW, an award-winning dealership, Honda President's award-winning dealership. They're good in all fronts, so you don't win that. I mean, it's a top 10% Honda dealer in the United States, and if you drive all around, 48 states and then go to Alaska and Hawaii, I mean, it's top 10%.
Nice.
So it's right off of Neela Brew Wash. Say hey to Ben Quattrone. Go to drivechampagne.com. You're going to be taken care of. You're going to have great deals. The Beamer side, still white, beautiful floors where you can drop food and eat off the darn floor. It's so good. Ken on that side, Craig on the other side, on Craig Fanning. By the way, Craig's the guy that served jury duty 5 times.
Oh, really?
I was chatting with him the other first time.
Okay.
He's a high school kid first time. 18.
Really?
Yeah, got on a jury.
Wow.
Honda BMW, drivechampagne.com. Experience Honda BMW off Neil at Burwash in Savoy. All right, 7:28. Again, if you want to go to our send-off party, it's just really picking up steam. We have maybe 18 tickets left. It'll be capacity at the iHotel and Conference Center. Thank you, Peter Fox and Sam, Megan, Meredith, all the good people over there. I love the iHotel.
It's really a nice place to have a party like that.
It really is. And so if you are interested, MissIllinois.org, last chance to get tickets. It is a fundraiser. All goes to Miss Illinois Scholarship Organization. Miss America is the #1 scholarship organization in the world for women. And if you want to support that, we'd love to have you. $15 for adults, $5 for kids 12 and under. Come and get a picture. The chancellor's going to be there saying a few things about Grace. And just going to be fun. She will reveal some of the things she's wearing. I haven't seen them.
Okay.
Everything went well in all the fittings. She's in Southern Illinois where her state director is Ashley Hatfield, who is Miss Illinois 2007. So everything's good, and that's a relief because it's getting kind of close. They're leaving Monday from Willard. There'll be a press conference at 12:30. At CMI, Fly CMI.
I think it's pretty cool that people have been interviewing her and she's getting her game face on those questions. Yeah. That would be so tough.
Well, just imagine getting in a press conference setting with lights in your eyes at a podium being asked anything.
And you really can't see out there and make that eye contact.
Well, but ask anything. It's not, okay, we're going to talk to you about your radio station.
Right.
We're going to talk to you about anything.
Right.
I'm talking Roe v. Wade, ISIS, North Korea, Russia collusion, anything.
Wow.
You got to be briefed and well read on all
when
that.
When you're studying for a final,
this is all subjects final. Yes. Come into a 10-minute all subjects final.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's a lot. And all the young ladies, all 51, facing the same challenge. So pretty cool. And it's neat to have Champaign-Urbana represented in Atlantic City on ABC September 9. We'll be there. We'll be in the audience. I'll be broadcasting live from Atlantic City.
Awesome.
All week from Tuesday through Friday of Labor Day week.
So exciting. Putting some prayer power on all that.
Thank you. We would appreciate all the prayers. Here we go. Of peace and comfort. That the best thing happens. That's what we want.
Very good.
7:30 news is next. ESPN 93.5.
When severe weather threatens, trust Fox Illinois Storm Team. We have the area's most experienced weather team. Doug Quick, Joe Crane, and Thomas Patrick are right here, keeping you safe. Stay with Fox Illinois and foxillinois.com for the very latest on severe weather. Your smartphone may know more about you than you think.
It can pinpoint where you live, where you work, where you shop.
The information your device is gathering about you, whether you like it or not. Tonight on Fox Champaign News at 9.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. Dow futures in the red the day after two former Trump advisors get slapped with criminal convictions.
In the trial of the president's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, guilty on 8 counts of tax and bank fraud carrying significant prison time. The jury deadlocking on 10 other counts, resulting in mistrial in all. None of the 18 total counts related to the president or the campaign.
Fox's Griff Jenkins this day after the former personal attorney for Michael Cohen pled guilty to a range of charges and testified that then-candidate Trump directed him to arrange hush payments to 2 women ahead of the election. And people on parts of Hawaii bracing for a major storm.
Hurricane Lane is a dangerous Category 5 hurricane with sustained winds of 160 miles per hour. The center of Lane is forecast to pass just west of the Big Island on Thursday.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean, Fox News. We report, you decide.
Our local news brought to you by Gina Johnson and her new book, Let's Make It a Habit. Let her teach your staff how to cut down on stress, improve synergy and communication, and develop positive habits. Visit letsmakeitahabit.com.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. A 31-year-old Urbana man accused in a fatal shooting outside a house party in Urbana last month has been charged with first-degree murder. 31-year-old Corey Jackson has been arraigned. He is accused in the fatal shooting of 27-year-old Martez Taylor. University of Illinois President Tim Kylene and other university leaders have been asked to go to Springfield to talk about a new public-private innovation center near downtown Chicago. The Discovery Partners Institute is set for $500 million in state funding this year. The News-Gazette says the officials have been asked to be at a Senate Higher Education Committee hearing on August 28th. The institute will connect the local campus with the University of Chicago and Northwestern University. Weather permitting, North Race Street will be closed to through traffic at the Boneyard Creek between West Grigg Street and West University Avenue from 6 a.m. Monday, August 27th through 4 p.m. Tuesday, September 4th. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
We're talking with Gina Johnson, owner of Blueprint Mental Health and Life Coaching Practice in Urbana.
Yes, since my book, Let's Make It a Habit, came out, I have been leading in-person workshops in various types of businesses, including for-profit, nonprofit, and academic institutions. I teach audiences how to deal with negativity using humor and compassion. I present a realistic approach to instilling good habits to get the good things back in our lives, while also focusing on ways to learn daily habits that help us overcome negativity and move forward.
Visit letsmakeitahabit.com.
Listen to the radio driving in your car. Radio gets results. Radio is there no matter where you are. Radio gets results. Radio gets results. Radio gets results. That's radio.
Hi, it's Bethany
from Game Day Spirit. Radio works. Radio has helped fans identify us as the official fan store of the Fighting Illini. It's all about branding, and radio has helped our brand come alive with the people in CU and all over. Radio gives us the opportunity to do live on-location events, which increases excitement around events we have. We get positive feedback from fans all the time that have heard our ads. If you're looking to connect with your customers and increase brand awareness, then you should call Josh at Stevie J Broadcasting today.
Let's talk about how radio can benefit your business. Call 239-4646. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, it's 7:34, ESPN 93.5. We want to check your weather forecast. Weather brought to you by Watts Copy Systems, your local copier printer specialist in Champaign-Urbana for the past 34 years at wattscopy.com.
A nice day with a high 78 and sunshine, down to around 55 tonight. Sunny and a high 78 tomorrow, low 58. Kind of like San Diego weather. A 72 the high on Friday, a 70% chance of showers. 62 now on ESPN 93.5.
Well, it is San Diego, California, to Wendy Patrick, legal ace in San Diego, beautiful Southern California at 5:35 in the morning. She sounds like she's been up a while. How are you, Wendy?
Good, and you're right. I have been up a while, doing a lot of radio. Big day.
Well, good. Yeah, I mean, hey, I guess we start with Paul Manafort. 10, they could not come to a verdict on 8 guilty, 5 of them for misfiling stuff with the IRS. Mm-hmm. What's your read on Paul Manafort's verdict?
Well, it wasn't a surprise that he went down on as many counts that he did, and it's not also a surprise that he didn't go down on the other 10 counts, because financial cases are very hard to put together. They're even hard to put together for people with a financial background, much less 12 jurors, 6 men, 6 women that don't have that kind of a background. So they waded through the evidence, they gave it their best shot, and they found consensus on 8 of the counts. Now, he was facing 3 centuries in jail had he gone down on everything. Now he's facing a mere 80 years. But remember, he's 70, so that's a life sentence. Manafort also faces a second trial next month. His only hope in ever seeing the light of day again outside of a jail cell window would be a presidential pardon. And so that's probably what he and his legal team are considering is that in the works? Is that possible? Or should he offer some sort of cooperation to the government? And that's assuming he has anything to offer.
Right. That's exactly right. Okay. And then Michael Cohen pleads guilty. And what does that mean?
This is a bigger problem for the president because in Cohen's guilty plea yesterday, also to 8 counts, so 2 of the president's leading men went down on 8 felonies each yesterday. But this plea, 2 of those counts, the recitation in court under oath involved him saying that he acted at the direction of a federal candidate, which everybody in the world knows was the president. Now, that does not necessarily in and of itself make the president guilty of conspiracy, because conspiracy is a specific intent crime. You have to prove that somebody intended to agree to this nefarious purpose. And you can't vicariously agree to anything. So, there's got to be corroboration. There would have to be a lot more evidence in order to actually take that plea in court yesterday and say, well, now that means we're going to file charges or articles of impeachment against the president, as might be true if the Democrats are able to retake the House come November with midterm elections.
Because it would theoretically be a campaign finance violation.
Well, yeah, because exactly. And those are the 2 counts in which Cohen implicated the president, stating that he was acting at his direction. Now, the president could come back and say, my purpose in authorizing those payments was to spare my family the embarrassment of learning about these affairs, or at least learning about the allegations these women were making about the affairs, and not to influence the election. Intent is very tricky. It's very hard to prove. It's not a slam dunk the way it looks in the court of public opinion. In an actual court of law, it's far more complicated.
Well, the moral of the story, Wendy Patrick, legal scholar, ace, San Diego, is that if you goof around with nefarious people like Michael Cohen, taping people like a porn star, that usually all comes back on you at some point. I mean, Donald Trump. Listen, if we were all put under federal investigation, I promise you they'd find illegalities in all of our lives, because we've all goofed up somewhere, little or big. I mean, it's follow every law in the world. You can find it. It's just really hard. And again, this is totally my opinion, but it's just really hard to get fired up about a campaign finance violation, if there was one, when you go back and see how things are dealt with other administrations. It doesn't seem equal. It's like one of your siblings gets punished for something and you do the same thing and don't get punished. The other one says, wait a minute, what about that one? And you keep pointing backwards. And that's my reference, is all the things the Clintons did, all the things everybody does, where you go, wait a minute, they did something that sounds worse to me than that and nothing happened. It's just they just don't like this president and they're going to gotcha any chance they get. That's just what I think.
Right, and that's what the administration has been arguing all along, as well as many of the Republicans, is why is this so one-sided? Why don't we go back and see how many campaign finance laws were broken in other administrations? And that it's an argument that does have merit to a lot of people, as does the argument you made about, well, gosh, they could look at anybody and find violations. You know, it's like our parents told us, beware the company you keep. Because one does end up looking guilty by association unfairly sometimes, merely because you fall into the wrong crowd. And that's no doubt why the president yesterday, upon hearing about Manafort's convictions, was very vocal about saying, hey, look, this is a guy that worked for Bob Dole, that worked for Ronald Reagan. In other words, I had no idea he was involved in this kind of criminality. Yeah. So you're absolutely right. It's not just about what you do. It's about who you surround yourself with.
No question.
And are we going to go back and look and see if we can find all these violations on others, or is it because of the Mueller probe that we're even looking at Manafort and Cohen today?
And please tell me where the Russian collusion is, which is I thought this was about. And it's just, if there'd have been Russian collusion, we'd have known about it 15 months ago. I mean, it's just, somebody's got to go to jail. And when there's a special prosecutor, they got to prove and kind of justify the money they make, which is a lot. And so they got to have somebody. And if you're under their microscope, you're in trouble, because they're going to find something you did. You lied to them, perjury, whatever it is. But it just, again, you get to the point and go, man, when does all this end? When can we really do stuff that matters to me here in the heartland? Wendy Patrick, how do people follow you, find you? Where are you?
Twitter at Wendy Patrick PhD, or online wendypatrickphd.com. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure, Wendy. Thank you. 741, Wendy Patrick.
Okay, good stuff.
So you go back, and how many Bill Clinton accusations were there with women?
Right.
How many different scandals did the Clintons go through? What about the uranium deal with Russia that nobody looked at, that the Clinton Foundation got $100 million for? I'm talking about paying off a porn star $130,000. Wrong. And if it had anything to do with campaign finance, it's wrong. It's breaking the law. You need to look at that. But the degree. What about after Benghazi? Didn't they lie about Benghazi because we had an election a few months later?
Oh, that was horrible.
The administration lied about that. Hillary Clinton had an email. We know that now from Hillary and Chelsea. Chelsea had written to her mom. She said, we know it's an attack. Isn't there repercussions for 2 weeks saying it was about a video when we knew it wasn't? When we knew it wasn't. And that was because, they said Al-Qaeda's capped and we've got all this thing under control, and election with Mitt Romney coming up. We totally were misled. Is that not some sort of violation of something? It's just hard when you go back and say, okay, because you point to, just like, again, a sibling gets disciplined and you don't, the sibling says, what about that? That's not fair. We're not consistent because we're selective in who we go after. And the left will say, you always go after Democrats. You always go after Hillary. The right says, you always go after our guy. It always, back and forth we go. But I don't know what happened. I know that if I were to talk to the president, I said, let's talk about who you're hanging with. Michael Cohen, Omarosa, a porn star. We knew he wasn't a choir boy when we hired him.
Okay.
I mean, it just, but again, when the bar is set to the Clinton-esque of sexual, in some cases, accusations of alleged rape, and where's all of that? Oh, it's his private business, and he never did anything wrong. Okay. That's my reference of history.
Okay.
It's not equal.
I mean, obviously, Trump's had some blips, that's for sure.
Well, he's a blipped man. Right. We hired him because we're so frustrated with the system.
Mm-hmm.
Congress has, an 18% approval rating. Maybe it's 11. Congress. So we're not happy. He went in there to mess up their hair. They don't like it, and Republicans are part of that. It's an institution. Don't mess with the man or else. And, there's some Republicans that are very uncomfortable with Donald Trump. They're not right now because he's pretty popular. And if he endorses you, chances are you're going to win. He was in West Virginia last night, Democratic territory of the past, and they just love him. The place was absolutely, and probably a fire hazard. There's so many people there.
Wow.
Because he's coal country. Hillary was taking away coal. She told him to her face. He brought Cole back. Anyway.
We've gotten some active texts at 359.
Oh, good. We love hearing from you. Please do.
And also some comments on the St. Louis Cardinals. Typical Cardinal fan doesn't want to talk about baseball when the Cardinals are bad. But when they can't, or when they're good, you can't stop talking about
Hold on, let me comment about that.
Okay.
He's right.
Another one from Father Joe that came in about a half an hour ago. Cardinals better win the division if you think Carp's MVP. There's a guy in Chicago named Javier Baez that's pretty good too. The best second baseman in the league.
I think Javi's really good. I think Matt Carpenter, he's got like 9 more home runs. Javi's got 28, 26.
Okay.
But Javi's great. And I think he'll be right there.
Uh-huh.
But at this minute, it'd be Matt Carpenter, but there's a whole another month and a half to go.
And we appreciate people chiming in and listening at ESPNCU.com.
And again,
the case for Father Joe.
My Cub friends are grumbling. Cubs aren't playing well, but you have the best team. There is no doubt. Cardinals are still, I think, kind of stretched to get in anything. I don't think there's any way they can pass the Cubs. But again, the Cubs are kind of wandering around right now looking at each other.
Right.
But as far as people, they got the best people.
Right.
So we'll see what happens with that. But the Cardinals are playing by far as bad as they were, and they were bad. They're that good now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a real high-low here. I mean, I couldn't watch the Cardinals. They're playing such bad baseball. And we've gotten spoiled. The Cardinal fans have gotten spoiled, there's no doubt. But no, you're right. I can't stop talking about them. And before I didn't want to talk about them.
That's right.
I can't argue. Very astute. 359-2255. CMI has a solution and expertise you've been looking for with the Checkmate system and electrostatic sprayer. Keep your workout, gym, office, school, or public transportation services as clean as can be with CMI's electrostatic sprayers and chemicals. They'll enable a quick and effective application, and as fully charged droplets hit the surface, they create an equal spread, ensuring the top, bottom, and back side of the surface is completely covered. Wow. Stay ahead of flu season. Call CMI. They can really help with this. Call CMI today to find out more about the world's #1 electrostatic cleaning tool today. Not that expensive. 359-6262 or visit CMIClean.com. All right, let's check your sports headlines. Let's talk another 10 minutes about those Cardinals. Come on.
12 out of the last 15 games, they've got a W. And the Cubs want to fly that W flag, but it's been off the porch for a little while.
If I'm reading the Cubs, and I said last week, they remind me of a high school high jumper who's all state that doesn't take their sweats off. And then, when it gets to be 6'4", they take their sweats off, and everybody oohs and ahs.
Right.
Today, the Cubs take their sweats off.
Right.
If I'm reading it right, the Cubs blow out Detroit today.
Okay. And that's a 6-10 start over on US 105.9 with Detroit on top of the Cubs 2-1 yesterday. And Daniel Murphy added to the lineup from the Washington Nationals. And in fact, speaking of the Washington Nationals, it feels weird to say Matt Adams is coming from the Washington Nationals to the Cardinals because that's where he belongs. I mean, right?
No, right. No, he's a Cardinal, and I think he's excited to be home. He has a home in St. Louis.
Right.
It'll be a great chemistry fit, and he just might help the Cardinals down the stretch.
So Cardinals win 5-2 yesterday over the LA Dodgers. Here's your Redbird recap.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney in Los Angeles, where the Cardinals go for the sweep of the Dodgers tonight behind Jack Flaherty, who will be opposed by Walker Buehler. Flaherty a 7-game winner, Buehler a 6-game winner. Ricky, in the 5-2 victory last night, Yadier Molina and Marcell Ozuna both hit 2-run homers, but we saw some intensity.
There was a lot of intensity. There were some odd plays in the game, odd base running plays late on the Dodgers side. They just did not run the bases well. The Cardinals continue to hit late in games. Ozuna's home run came in the 7th inning, and the Cardinal pitchers gave up just 2 runs on 8 hits.
Golden Wong took a hit away from Justin Turner, the leadoff batter in the 9th inning, and Wong is making a case for a Gold Glove.
That may be the best play I've seen all year, and I know I've seen a lot of good ones, but that was a terrific play. He helped out his pitcher, and the Cardinals, again, did a terrific job keeping down a very good Dodgers offense.
And we're on the air tonight at 8:15.
All right, I've already covered the Detroit Tigers beating the Cubs yesterday. Minnesota Twins got a 3-run ninth inning to beat the Chicago White Sox 5-2, and they're in action again today. In Illini Nation, what's trending is the basketball schedule and the 20 conference games, and 6 teams, 1 time each, and December 2nd at Nebraska. We're playing Maryland at Madison Square Gardens on January 26th. Big Ten tournament coming up in mid-March. Those are some of the things that are trending. ACC Big Ten Challenge on the women's Fighting Illini basketball action, taking on Clemson to start that in the 18 conference games. Might want to check out fightingillini.com. Chicago Bears over the Denver Broncos yesterday. That final was 24-23. Big Ten Network preseason bus tour had a stop at Illini football practice yesterday. Talking with Lovie Smith and quarterback A.J. Bush.
Jay Lehman is a star. Jay Lehman all over Big Ten Network this morning from their appearance yesterday with Howard Griffith and others. They had a studio set right on this Upkey Field, right on the floor of Memorial Stadium. Mm-hmm. And Jay Lehman will be joining us this fall on the Jeremy Warner Show. We're so excited to have that. It'll be Jeremy Warner and Jay Lehman from 10 to 11 every Monday to kind of recap the weekend. And then Jay again with Jeremy between 9 and 11 on Fridays as well. And just to have Jeremy with Jay is just pure content. And Jay Lehman has such a personality, and he knows football because he was an All-American linebacker at Illinois, and just an All-American human. Jay Lehman, and so many of you know Jay Lehman, he is the whole Lehman family. Happened to die in there. They started the Vineyard Church. I mean, they're just quality people. So excited for Jay Lehman to be in the house. And then Deion Thomas will be doing the same thing with Jeremy Warner as basketball season approaches. So looking forward to having Illinois' all-time leading scorer in basketball, Deion Thomas, I think.
I think that is right.
Well, all right, 7:50. Let's check our weather forecast.
Okay.
ESPN 93.5.
I can take care of that. We've got sunshine today with a high 78. 55 our low this evening with clear conditions. Sunny tomorrow with a high 78, low 58. More clouds on Thursday night, and then that 70% chance of showers. High 72 on Friday, 40% chance of rain Friday night. Hopefully not affecting those high school football games as the season begins.
Hey, David,
we're currently at 63 on ESPN 93.5.
I can always call Steve Suderman at Good Vibes Live because he's just a pro.
Mm-hmm.
He rides his bike to work just like he did in kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
Well, at least some days I do.
Well, he rode his bike to work, and the guy's like 58, 59 years old, and he's...
Yeah, plus a decade or so.
Anyway, he was, I called him the other night.
I was 12 when we started Good Vibes.
Right.
I called him the other night about something again, and he says, I better go because the rain's coming, and I rode my bike. And had I kept you on the phone 5 more minutes, you'd have been drenched.
It did. It was a cloudburst, so I beat it, so. Thanks for asking.
Good work. Way to go, Mr. Peddling Man. Okay, you're peddling something else. What do you got?
We are. 10 years ago, it was totally common to sell TVs for $4,000 or $5,000. Even 20 years ago, those were normal price points for the upper range TVs. Nowadays, the sets are so much better than they were back then. The content is so much better than it was then. Picture, sound, the reproduction, everything is just way, way better. The 65-inch LG OLED just last week dropped to $29.99. So, and people are still thinking, "Oh my gosh, who would spend $3,000 on a television?"
Well, when you see it, and again, it was $5, so now you're down to $29.
Well, this model started at $3,500, but of course, when the OLED was born, it was about $5. But they're on generation 5, I think now.
Wow.
So they've already got everything worked out in these. They're different TVs than what you've seen before. And, this thing was $3,300 at the beginning of August. So, now it's $29.99. The 55-inch came down to, this was the TV that at CES, best picture, best value, new and improved signal processor. It was getting all the buzz in Las Vegas at the winter show. So, but I think it's, the problem is you can buy a dirtball 65-inch TV at Walmart for literally $500.
Well, you're getting parts kind of a TV, right? It might last a year.
It may not. Yeah, it may not last a year, and if it does, maybe they'll give you another one. But that's a different animal.
Yeah, no, completely. So what's the harm in stopping by at your store at North Prospect right before Bloomington Road and taking a peek?
Let us show you what you get for this, because boy, it is a different experience. And I don't care if you're just watching golf on a Sunday afternoon or if you're watching, some crazy movie that's, they spent a lot of money in the production. And it goes for everything. And we got to get your soundbar fixed up, Doug.
Yeah, I'm coming by, but I will say I very rarely disagree with you on anything because I know nothing. But I will say the TV's got better, but the sound sucks. I mean, because they made them flatter and they're easier to handle, which is all worth it, and like a picture frame. But the sound in those TVs, you need a sound bar.
You need something.
You need something.
We agree.
But I'm going to bring my sound bar in because these guys are the only people on earth that service stuff.
Okay.
And so it is without the sound bar, the TV, and I've got a nice one. It's doable, but you get so darn spoiled with you guys. I mean, you just spoil us because you know where all the buttons are, you know what sounds good, and then after you don't have that sound, it's like, ew, and you get real snotty and kind of uppity about stuff like that. So if you really want it done right, these guys install, they're local, they ride bikes to work, support them. They support the environment, for crying out loud. All right, my friend, how do they find you?
You can find us at gvibes.com on the web or at 1501 North Prospect right here in Champaign.
Appreciate you, my friend. See you a little later. You bet. That's Steve Suderman. Okay, let's see. ESPN 93.5. Any other texts to get to you? You can always text us 359-2255. And again, I don't ride the fence very often, so I'm not going to say everything that you like or agree with, and that's part of the discussion.
That's right.
As long as I'm authentic and I believe what I say, it's not a shtick. And, I appreciate you being there, and we can disagree and all that. It's fine.
Andy checking in from Muhammad. You can go back even further than Bill Clinton. How many women did Papa Joe Kennedy pay off when John Kennedy was running for president in 1960?
Was that. But back then, it was an entirely different coverage.
Yeah.
The media respected the fact that there was a private issue.
Right.
And John Kennedy, was he worse than Bill Clinton on that front? I mean, wow, the woman that recently spoke out in the last 4 years, she was 18.
Yeah.
And they were in the bedroom where he and Jackie slept.
Right.
And it was just like eye-popping. Apparently, he had quite the voracious sexual appetite.
I see.
But that, again, wasn't really covered. It was Camelot, right? But again, it's just when you get into... And it's just a partisan thing. It is. If you support your guy, you're going to make excuses for your left or your right. It's a natural tendency. You play down some accusations if it's your guy, and you play up if it's their guy.
That's right.
That's just human. But to paint Donald Trump, I mean, Geraldo Rivera, who's a liberal Democrat, when he spoke with us months ago, he said, my life mission is to tell everybody Donald Trump's not a monster. But that's the way he's been depicted by the left, this awful human being. When in reality, had Donald Trump run as a Democrat, because I think he's a very moderate Republican. He's a very middle-of-the-road Republican. He's not a staunch conservative, I don't think. Had he run as a Democrat, he'd have been a hero. Can you imagine the fawning overnight by all the media? Because he's on their side. But now that he's a big, bad, evil Republican, we got to get dirt on him so we can get him out of there. Impeach Trump. I hope the Democrats, for that one reason, don't win the House, because I don't want to cover 2 years of impeachment. Because it will nothing will happen. It's all to get him out by 20 if you can't impeach him. To think about that. And the Democrats truly will do that because they've got a lot of push for that. Although they might say they won't, but that'll be number one. And they'll go through all the thing, the Senate, nothing will happen. I think the Senate for sure stays Republican because 26 out of 36 seats up are Democrat, and 10 of them are big, bad, red states that Democrats now own. I think the Democrats could lose a few seats in the Senate. So the Senate's the one that has to actually do the trial and all that if you're going to impeach a president. And a whole bunch of this is going to be because I don't like Donald Trump. And if we start impeaching people we don't like, that's a bad precedent. Okay, back in a moment. News is next. That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Text in. We'd love to hear from you. 359-2255 at 758.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Will Kane.
I don't know how you go from having Tom Brady, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Jacoby Brissett, 3 NFL starting level caliber quarterbacks, and in a year's time have one and not much else to show for it. How can you look at this and come to any conclusion but Belichick completely mishandled this quarterback situation. Listen, he was put in a bad position. Robert Kraft stepped in and said, Tom's our guy. You got to do something with Garoppolo. Garoppolo was Belichick's plan. So when he traded Brissett, he thought he was going to keep Garoppolo around as the quarterback of the future. Still, it doesn't excuse the price he extracted for both Brissett and Garoppolo. What do they have today to show for it?
Get more from Will Kane today from 3 to 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN News, or on the ESPN app.
Something big just dropped at McDonald's. In fact, it's so big, we think it's worthy of a beat drop. The 2 for $5 mix and match deal at McDonald's, featuring an all-time greatest hits lineup. The Big Mac, filet of fish, 10-piece chicken McNuggets, and the classic chicken sandwich. Choose any 2 favorites for just $5. There you have it. The 2 for $5 mix and match deal at McDonald's has officially dropped. At participating McDonald's, limited time offer, single item at regular price.
When a player doesn't like a contract, what do? They hold out? They hold out for a better deal. If only you could do that with your wireless plan, right? Well, with the Keep Your Own Phone plan from Straight Talk Wireless, you can get a much better deal. Keep your phone, your number, even your same network for a lot less than you're paying now. Without the contract or the holdout.
Get the Ultimate Unlimited plan for just $55 a month on America's largest, most dependable 4G LTE networks. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart. Video typically streams at DVD quality at 60 gigabytes. We reserve the right to review your account for usage in violation of Straight Talk's terms and conditions.
You're listening to WSJK, ESPN 93.5, Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
A suggestion from President Trump. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. The president just tweeted, if anyone's looking for a good lawyer, I would strongly suggest that you don't retain the services of Michael Cohen. The president's former attorney is pleading guilty of campaign finance violations involving the president, also tax and bank fraud charges. At the White House, here's Fox's John Decker.
Lanny Davis, the attorney for Michael Cohen, told MSNBC this morning that Cohen decided to make his plea deal and implicate the president after viewing President Trump in a new light.
What changed his mind about Donald Trump, and it was the unsuitability factor as president. Yep. Scaring a lot of people who like Trump.
Cohen, in his plea deal with federal prosecutors, implicated the president in a campaign finance law violation, claiming that the president directed him to pay money to adult film actress Stormy Daniels and another woman who claimed they had affairs with the president years before he became a presidential candidate. Chris?
John Decker at the White House. Primary results are in from Alaska and Wyoming. Here's Fox's Jeff Manasso.
Chris, the Alaska primary now setting the stage for a three-way governor's race, now between Republican Mike Dunleavy, incumbent governor independent Bill Walker, and Democrat Mark Begich, who says he's staying put despite calls for him to drop out. In Wyoming, billionaire Foster Freeze defeated in the state's GOP gubernatorial primary despite a last-minute endorsement from President Trump. Wyoming State Treasurer Republican Mark Gordon will instead challenge Democratic State Rep Mary Throne this fall. Chris.
Jeff, thanks. A big storm, Hurricane Lane, is heading toward Hawaii, with the center expected to pass just west of the Big Island tomorrow.
We are anxious. We looked at the track this morning and saw that it's coming nearer than we thought to Oahu, so trying to prepare.
Landfall or not, damaging wind, heavy rain, flooding, and landslides are in the forecast. Fox News, fair and balanced.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event. And now, while selection is best, it's the best time to buy. With amazing offers across a full lineup of Ford vehicles, now is the time to make summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Stop by a local Ford store or shop online at buyfordnow.com, because there is no better time than right now to get behind the wheel of a new Ford during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Ford Summer Sales Event is here. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months plus $1,000 Ford credit bonus cash on a great lineup of Ford SUVs. Best-selling claim based on 2017 calendar year sales. Not all buyers qualify for Ford credit financing. 72 months at $1,389 per month for $1,000 finance regardless of down payment. Not available on Expedition. For all offers, take new retail delivery from authorized Ford dealer stock by 8/31/18. See dealer or go to buyfordnow.com for qualifications and details.
priest is arrested in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Kevin Lonergan is charged with indecent assault after his alleged sexual contact with a 17-year-old girl. This case is not related to the church abuse report released last week. Lehigh County DA Jim Martin says Lonergan met the girl at church last year and shortly after got her phone number and began sending video and photos to her.
During some of the electronic communications, it is alleged that Lonergan sent nude images of himself to the victim.
Lonergan has reportedly posted a $50,000 bail. The Lehigh DA's office is asking anyone who may have been a victim of Lonergan to come forward. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Thousands of farmers in Germany will get government assistance to help cover shortfalls from this year's drought. The money is about a third of what was requested by the German Farmers Association. Firefighters in Northern California had an unexpected obstacle while fighting the Mendocino Complex fire.
Supporters of net neutrality point to what happened to California firefighters as evidence of what's wrong with letting companies control the internet, or in this case, unlimited data plans. In court papers filed Monday, Santa Clara County Fire Chief Anthony Bowden says Verizon hampered efforts to fight the state's largest wildfire in history by throttling the department's mobile data plan when it went over its limit. That, he says, made communications impossible. Verizon blames the problem on a customer service error and pledges to fix the issues. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
The Grammy-winning country star Gretchen Wilson's been arrested at an airport in Connecticut charged with breach of peace. State police troopers responded to what was described as a minor disturbance on an incoming flight and say Wilson got belligerent with them. She was scheduled to play an invitation-only show tonight at the Mohegan Sun Casino. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News Radio.
Our local news brought to you by a brand new sponsor. We welcome ABC Heating and Air. It's as easy as ABC to always be comfortable. ABC. Depend on your skilled, licensed, and experienced technicians at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning to help you with your residential and commercial needs. ABCHeatingandAC.com or 352-5400.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. Mayor and Liquor Commissioner Deborah Frank Finan has designated parts of downtown Champaign as a festival district from 5 until 9 p.m. on Friday, August 24th. Customers of participating restaurants and bars will be able to buy and take open containers of alcohol from the licensed premises for consumption on public property located within the boundaries of the festival district. That is the first designation of that type in Champaign and will coincide with the final Friday Night Live event of the season. A 31-year-old Urbana man accused in a fatal shooting outside a house party in Urbana last month has been charged with first-degree murder. 31-year-old Corey Jackson has been arraigned. You'll no longer have to renew your vehicle registration every year. The governor signed legislation on Monday, giving drivers the choice to register their vehicles for more than 1 year at a time. It starts in 2021. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
You don't see them. You don't even know they're there, but your body knows. Oh yeah, your lungs know because your air ducts hide them. Bacteria. It hides in your air duct systems and makes you miserable. Fact is, with Americans sometimes spending up to 90% of their time indoors, allergies, sinus congestion, and headaches can be attributed to those little devils hiding in your home. So call ABC Heating and Air. They'll clean your systems and have you breathing easier. Call ABC at 352-5400.
Here is your ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
What a pretty day today and tomorrow with a high around 78 down into the mid-50s at night. More clouds coming our way on Thursday evening, bringing on a 70% chance of showers on Friday. That's when things are changing up a bit, a little warmer into the weekend. 86 the high Saturday and 90 with sunshine on Sunday. Right now we're at 62. ESPN 93.5.
How many teams are in the Big Ten? I guess 14.
14? Mm-hmm.
I'm looking here on the Big Ten Network this morning.
Okay.
Rod Smith is being interviewed. I presume this from yesterday. Replay. Anyway, all the offensive categories like yards per game, turnovers, all that. 14 teams in the Big Ten. Here's what it looks like. 5 categories. Last, 13th, last.
For the Illini?
Offense, yeah. So, hey, Bucky.
Hey, everything from here is
well,
up.
You can't go down. I mean, you really can't. Those two categories are 13s. You can go down to 14, I guess, and be last. But it's last, 13th last.
Wow.
So I'm pretty jacked because I think. I mean, if you're charting this like you would the stocks, you can't go lower.
Especially with Stevie J. Pays on the radio here at ESPN 93.5.
Yeah. We have to promote that.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the kind of the. Okay, call it ill-advised if you want. But it's a promotion we do. We put 20 commercials on the radio every week, and you don't pay for them if Illinois loses their football game. I've been doing it for years. And the only way I can explain it is that I'm an Uber Ultra fan, and every time I look at a football schedule every year, I justify how we can go 12-0. I'm that kind. Yeah, you know those guys. So it's like, oh yeah, well then, yeah, betcha. Yeah. So we have obviously a lot of takers on that, and last year I did get hit pretty hard because we only won twice. So if you'd like free commercials, give us a call. We're going to win more than 2. Jeremy Warner says 4, which would be double, of course. Anyway, yeah, reach out to us, 359-2255 for anything and everything on the show. Taking advantage of Stevie J. Pays because we will be limited on that. We got some more spots, but they're going to fill up this week. Because it's like, okay, I'll take that bet. People do like it. Okay, Google consumes 1/3 of our digital minds. Google and its products like YouTube and Waze. I've not even heard of WAZE. What is that? They combined to account for 34.2% of all time on digital media in June, according to Pivotal research analyst Brian Weiser. Analyst on online media consumption, Genevieve Collins. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. So why do I care how much Google gets of the pie?
I'm not sure that we do. Google's been consuming a huge part of our lives for such a long time now that, quite frankly, it shouldn't really be a big surprise.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the Truman. We're living in the Truman Show. Good morning, good afternoon, and if I don't see you, good night. I mean, everything is public. They've got all my information. I get hit all the time on every media. It's life. It's what you are, unless you want to unplug and move to Montana.
Pretty much. Or at least use Bing.com as your new search engine. You know.
Well, yeah, but why is Google more comprehensive? Is it really a great search engine? That's what I use.
So 86% of all internet searches are done on Google.
Wow.
And furthermore, like Bing and Yahoo are like a very distant second and third in terms of how often people use their internet searches. But furthermore, Google owns, I'm just going to list some products here for you, just to put this in perspective. Gmail, which currently has 1.4 billion users as of April this year. We've got Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Forms, YouTube, Google Chrome search engine. Think about this, Android devices, all of those smartphones. You've got Google Maps. Google is an investor in Amazon. How much do we use Amazon on a daily basis?
It's crazy.
Chromebooks. Chromebooks are in schools. They're in homes. You've got Google Watch, Google Home, and to your last piece, Waze, which is a Google Maps traffic kind of app. So we use all of these apps on a daily basis. So it's really not, they're not intrusive. We consume them, but Google's not necessarily giving us content back, kind of like how Facebook does. This is much more of like, how's Google streamlining our day, making it more efficient, and allowing us to communicate with other people.
I mean, well, is there a downside other than, and one criticism, we have, how I got over the weird part of them popping up locations I'm trying to visit. The thing I would say is that trip was 8 months ago. Why don't you get current? I'm done with looking at that one. Come on.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you begin to type in something and Google automatically knows what's in your brain.
Yeah.
Like, wait a second.
Yeah, no, it is that the analytics go deep, and I don't know if to be concerned about it. I just know it.
I think that we live in this digital world, which is the trend is going to be moving to more personalized content. You already see that in the ads that you're exposed to anyways online. And so I think they're just going to the industry's going to dig in more to consistently providing personalized ads and data to you so that you're really driving consumer behavior.
Is it cool knowing what you know, Genevieve?
Oh, it's so cool. Let me tell you.
I mean, at parties, you just must be riddled with, like, the same questions.
Yeah, well, that's why I usually have a beverage in hand. I'll just be drinking it intermittently.
How do people find you, Genevieve Collins?
You can reach me on Twitter, gcollins624, at any time.
Appreciate your information. Thank you, Genevieve.
Thanks, guys.
Analyst on online media consumption, Genevieve Collins.
G. Collins, 624.
ESPN 93.5. Check your sports headlines coming up.
Is there a greater combination than pizza and beer? Or pizza and beer with all the games on the big screen? Nope. That's why Rafters Draft and Dough is dedicated to all three. Although there's more to the menu than classic pizza combos, with salads, appetizers, wings, and grinders. And top it off with a 5-beer flight of the always rotating craft beers on tap. Rafters, the place to be after a hard day of play this summer. Rafters Draft and Dough, 1906 West Bradley Avenue, Champaign. Follow them on Facebook.
If you're looking for a great car dealership, look no further than Honda BMW of Champaign. Ben Quattrone and his team just received the Honda President's Award in 2017, meaning they're one of the best Honda dealerships in America. They offer great deals. They have a tremendous service department with problems fixed right the first time and customer service that'll keep you coming back. So before you buy, make sure you give the award-winning Honda BMW of Champaign a chance to earn your business. Just off Neal at Burwash and Savoy, online, drivechampaign.com.
I'm Troy Lands. At Lands Inc., we have expanded our services to meet your comfort needs. We now provide heating and cooling, plumbing, drain cleaning, and underground solutions. With our 8-to-8 same great rate, 24/7 emergency service, and Comfort Club maintenance plans, you can count on Lands to keep you and your home comfortable. Any season, anytime. Call or find us online at landsinc.com. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
Hello, this is Shane Coulter of Country Arbors Nursery. There are two big things going on right now at Country Arbors. All our trees are 20% off. If you lost a tree to the ash borer or have a new home that needs some shade, now is a perfect time to come pick out a tree at Country Arbors. The other big event is the start of mum season. Country Arbors is the largest grower of mums in our area, and our large 3-gallon mum is just $6. Country Arbors is the home of the giant $6 mum. Choose from 66 varieties and lots of different sizes and pots. So come out to Country Arbors Nursery, a family tradition of growing plants for 153 years. Visit countryarbors.com for more information.
Thank you, Shane. I need a tree. Let's check your sports headlines, Diane Ducey.
St. Louis Cardinals win. This is 12 out of the last 15 games. 5-2 was the final over the LA Dodgers. Here's your Redbird recap.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney in Los Angeles, where the Cardinals go for the sweep of the Dodgers tonight behind Jack Flaherty, who will be opposed by Walker Buehler. Flaherty a 7-game winner, Buehler a 6-game winner. Ricky, in the 5-2 victory last night, Yadier Molina and Marcell Ozuna both hit 2-run homers, but we saw some intensity.
There was a lot of intensity. There were some odd plays in the game, odd base running plays late on the Dodgers side. They just did not run the bases well. The Cardinals continue to hit late in games. Ozuna's home run came in the 7th inning, and the Cardinal pitchers gave up just 2 runs on 8 hits.
Golden Wong took a hit away from Justin Turner, the leadoff batter in the 9th inning, and Wong is making a case for a Gold Glove.
That may be the best play I've seen all year, and I know I've seen a lot of good ones, but that was a terrific play. He helped out his pitcher, and the Cardinals, again, did a terrific job keeping down a very good Dodgers offense.
And we're on the air tonight at 8:15.
Detroit. What the text say? Typical Cardinal, can't talk about them when they're bad, but can't stop talking. And I said, yeah, right.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, right. That's exactly right.
And then there was the dig about the Cubs and us not mentioning, and developing. Detroit beat the Cubs 2-1. I
mean, not much to say there.
Why would we?
It's just that I think Daniel Murphy and a lot of aspects here, he'll be in the starting lineup tonight. And the Cubs will dominate the Detroit Tigers tonight.
Right. 3rd straight loss for the Cubs. And Joe Madden stepping up to the mic talking about what's wrong with our bats. We are not hitting. We are in a dry spell. But with this Daniel Murphy edition from the Washington Nationals, things may look up. And 6:10 start against Detroit on US 105.9. Then we got the long series against the Cincinnati Reds that kicks in tomorrow. By the way, Cincinnati beat Milwaukee yesterday, so the Cubs are 2.5 game ups right now. And the Cardinals
are second place, 2.5. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Minnesota over the Chicago White Sox 5-2 with that 3-run ninth. And we're learning more about Rick Renteria out of the hospital, heading to Chicago after lightheadedness. Big Ten ACC Challenge for the women's basketball team will be against Clemson. There's 18 conference games, and the whole schedule announced yesterday, along with the men and their 20 conference games. 6 teams, 1 time. Nebraska begins the Big Ten action in December on the 2nd. Other highlights include Maryland, which will play at Madison Square Garden on January 26th. In case you want to plan that trip to NYC, Big Ten tournament in mid-March. The Big Ten Network and their preseason bus tour made a stop at Illini football practice yesterday. Head coach Lovie Smith and quarterback A.J. Bush stepped up to the mic. Tomorrow, Pittsburgh and Green Bay will be going at it. And, of course, we've got our high school football showcase, thanks to J.T. Walkers, heard on Q96 on Friday night as St. Joe Ogden heads to St. Thomas More. Season sponsors include Tapman's Towing, Partler College, Prospect Bank, Roof Doctors, ABC Heating and Air Conditioning, Illini Mattress, and, of course, Country Financial Agent Jesse DeHaan.
Let's check your ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
We've got a high of 78 expected with this sunshine. 54 our low tonight. 78 tomorrow with sunshine. An increase in the clouds Thursday evening with a low 57. 72 the high on Friday with a 70% chance of thunderstorms. Maybe some morning showers on Saturday with a high 85. Sunshine and 90 come Sunday. That's when we have the Gospel and Jazz Fest from 4 to 8 at Hessel Park, and I'll be helping MC that.
Hey!
As we raise money for Safe House, substance abuse-free environment.
Great cause.
62 now, a little breezy, ESPN 93.5.
I have a jacket on. I mean, I had one on this morning anyway. It was a little cool.
Nice.
8:20, ESPN 93.5.
From the Fox Business Network, Wall Street could run into some problems as it tries to stretch its winning streak to 5 sessions. Analysts think the convictions of ex-Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort and guilty pleas of lawyer Michael Cohen could weigh on the markets. U.S. and Chinese officials are due to resume trade talks, this as each prepares to hit the other with new tariffs. Few stocks that are expected to lure some buyers today. Chipmaker Analog Devices also chimed in with good numbers. Amazon has updated its voice assistant with a feature to make Alexa more kid-friendly. When free time is activated, it won't spill the beans about Santa, for example. It doesn't play songs with curse words. And when Alexa is asked where babies come from, the kids' version tells youngsters to ask a grown-up. Parents can also set a time for Alexa to go silent by bedtime. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Pat O'Neill.
Doctor, award-winning chief medical correspondent, and Salon Pass user, Dr. Bob Arnott.
For pain relief, the best solution may surprise you. I found that Salon Paws Lidocaine Plus works best for my pain. It's powerful, available without a prescription, and uses 2 anesthetics to numb nerves right where it hurts. It starts to work on contact, providing effective, lasting pain relief I can count on.
Salon Paws, in the silver box with the blue wave.
At Scotty's Brewhouse, you'll enjoy delicious burgers, award-winning wings, and ice-cold beer while watching your favorite sporting events. Join Scotty's Brewhouse for their all-day, everyday drink specials. Choose from $3 domestic or $4 craft beer pints, $5 margaritas, or try one of their new $5 Crusher cocktails. Make Scotty's Brewhouse your game day destination and enjoy these great specials available all day, every day. Scotty's Brewhouse, located at 2001 South Neal Street, Champagne's craft beer sports bar.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. As independent financial advisors, we can help ensure you're following a strategy that makes sense no matter what the market is doing. Take control of your financial life with a complimentary consultation. We will create a plan that's right for you. Contact us today at 3017 Village Office Place in Champaign or call us at 217-366-3456 or online at ProvidentFinancialGroupLLC.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Hi, it's Stevie J. Over the years, I've loved leading groups on cruises and travel adventures all over the world. So much so, I started Stevie J Travel, a travel company dedicated to the best group group travel anywhere you want to go. We put together experienced travel experts to assist you, including 40-year travel veteran Bill Owen. Bill was the owner of Franklin Travel and has designed over $200 million in group trips. And Mary Beth Karasik, who has led tours all over the world for nearly 20 years. We specialize in group travel. That's all we do. Like our trip to Asia, 5 countries and 7 ports. Our family will host this trip in January. Janet and I will also host a Rhine River cruise on Viking in September of 2019. Or join Mary Beth for a cruise to Alaska, including the Train and Denali Adventure. Or Mary Beth's incredible Canyon Country trip in Arizona in October of 2019. For more information, just go to StevieJTravel.com. That's StevieJayTravel.com. Where do you want to go? All right, 8:24. We all know about the law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics. That's a massive fundraiser for Special Olympics. Deputy from the Champaign County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Micah McMahon. How are you?
I'm doing good, Stevie. How you doing?
Nice to see you again.
Yes, definitely. Thanks for having me, by the way.
We got a murder mystery dinner. When is that? What is that about?
I love those. It's this coming Saturday. It's and here's the other thing. We just sold out. Actually, on it.
Wow.
But that's the thing. We just found out about it, and community outreach has been amazing. And basically, what it is, it's for a fundraiser for Special Olympics. That's what we do with the law enforcement torch run. But it's brought in part by the Champaign-Urbana Theater Company. And basically, it's just 5 to 10 actors that are actually mingled in with everybody during the dinner.
No kidding.
Oh, it's great.
How many people at something like this?
Well, we just sold 105 tickets.
Oh, my.
That's awesome.
So you don't know who's who, right? Because you won't know everybody.
No, not necessarily.
Cool.
So they're designed to actually mingle in. It's actually basically like an interactive movie.
How does it work? I've never done a murder mystery dinner. What happens?
What you do is you have everybody in this little area. It's going to be at the Elks Lodge, and everyone's having a nice dinner. Yep. It's provided by a catering company, and basically it's got a medical theme. We have a whole script assigned for it.
Huh.
And basically the people come in and they. At this point, you're encouraged to listen in the conversations, to ask questions, to mingle in, because those actors, you don't necessarily know exactly which ones are who they are. And they're going to be saying things that'll make you go, make you think about it.
So you really got to think and be astute and be thinking and hearing words.
And it's a group effort because later on, right after the dinner's done, possibly a body, maybe more than one body might show up, and you have to figure out what happened.
Who done it?
Wow.
Exactly.
All right, so you have teams and stuff.
You can. It's encouraged. Yeah,
right.
You work together.
All right.
Death Makes a House Call is the name of the show. Huh?
Absolutely. So
Deputy Micah McMahon, it's a sellout at the Elks Lodge on Saturday night. Sunday night?
No, Saturday night, actually.
Saturday night, 24th?
Yep, and we'll have numerous
25th.
raffle items, too, available.
Yeah, okay, so since it's a sellout, you brought 2 tickets here.
I did.
And we could actually give away, if you want a night of fun, Elks Lodge to benefit Special Olympics.
Yes.
And great of you to bring those in. We'll take, if you'd like to go and you're available on Saturday night, 359-2255, and you can jump in and be part of this sellout.
SO for Special Olympics?
Yeah,
text
in SO, Special Olympics. Why are you part of that? What's the story, Micah?
Well, I got involved in it actually years ago when I was still in the military, and it's a good way for law enforcement to show the community that we care outside of our jobs as well, and it's great to help these athletes. And I've gone out to several of the events, especially the summer games, and I just, the kids get you.
Oh, so. and they just love, somebody once told me they love the love.
The things they can do are just amazing.
And how joyful.
Oh.
And it gives pure them, joy.
Oh, and it just gives them so many opportunities, and that's what we love doing. So, and then that's why numerous law enforcement in the area, we're involved in this fundraiser, and we do this all in our own time, and we love doing it. So.
Well, good of you. You're a good man. Thank you for serving your country. Thank you for serving our county.
Absolutely. Glad to.
And we appreciate you coming in. Again, we'll give out those 2 tickets. They only have 2 to the sellout for their big Special Olympics murder mystery dinner, Elks Lodge, Saturday night. It's right behind Old Orchard.
Yep.
And you can text in 359-2255 if you'd like a pair of tickets to this, which are valued at what?
$40 each.
Wow.
Or 2 for $75.
Wow.
So
okay.
Great value.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And bring money for a raffle, too, if you are going.
So if you're getting in free, you'll have money to spend on your raffle.
There
exactly right. Yeah.
Thank you, Micah, for coming in.
No, thank you for having me.
Deputy Micah McMahon about the Special Olympics fundraiser coming up. And again, 359-2255 if you'd like to go. It's 8:28.
If you want to experience moments of joy, excitement, and satisfaction, visit the Honda Summer Spectacular event. where well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR on the 2018 Honda Accord. Part of KBB.com's 2018 Best Overall Brand. You've just entered car buying bliss. Hurry into your local Honda dealer.
See dealer for financing details based on 2018 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for information.
If you want to experience moments of joy, excitement, and satisfaction, visit the Honda Summer Spectacular event, where well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% APR on the 2018 Honda Pilot. Part of KBB.com's 2018 Best Overall Brand. You've just entered car buying bliss.
Visit your Central Illinois Honda dealers today.
See dealer for financing details based on 2018 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for information.
Check out these local favorites to satisfy all your date nights, family nights, and friend get-togethers.
El Toro, serving all your favorite Mexican dishes. Locations in Champaign, Urbana, Rantoul, and St. Joe.
V Picasso, looking for a date night or a ladies' night with your friends? V Picasso will be your new favorite farm-to-table stop with plenty of wine to keep things light. Now offering lunch. Visit them on Facebook.
The Pink Pig, homegrown barbecue favorites in Ogden. Small town restaurant with a big city taste. For a list of favorites and more information, check them out on Facebook.
At AutoZone, helping you get more done is what we do best. Like with the AutoZone Rewards program, you'll earn a $20 reward every time you spend $20 or more 5 times. And right now, save on 5 quarts of Castrol Edge full synthetic or synthetic high mileage and an STP extended life filter for $28.99 or a Mobil 1 oil filter for $3 more. Visit any of our 5,500 locations nationwide and let us do more for you. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards. Restrictions and details in store.
In the zone, AutoZone. Summer is here, so take a swing at Legends Golf Course, conveniently located in Southwest Champaign across from the new Carl at the Fields. It's a full practice facility with a driving range and 9-hole executive course. Professional teaching, club sales, and repair are available for your convenience. Sign up with a partner or by yourself for weekly ladies and men's leagues with no long-term commitments. Short on time? Play 9 at the Legends. Visit their website for more information at legendsofchampaign.com.
It's time for back-to-school shopping, and Game Day Spirit can cover all your bases from your toddlers to your teens and kids going off to college. Game Day is bringing in new Nike apparel daily, and you don't want to miss out on the coolest items. There are new t-shirts and jackets perfect for both the classroom and a game. Game Day Spirit is also the official carrier of the Illinois Clear Bags that are compliant with the new Clear Bag policy at Memorial Stadium. Don't get caught off guard. Get your bag early and be ready for a great football season. Shop Game Day and go Illini!
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. It's safe to say the president's not writing a recommendation for his former attorney, Michael Cohen, who cut a plea deal yesterday. The president knocking him on Twitter this morning, writing,
"If anyone is looking for a good lawyer, I would strongly suggest that you don't retain the services of Michael Cohen."
Fox's Sandra Smith, the attorney implicating the president.
Cohen admitted he lied, cheated, and paid women off, he says, to help his boss. Cohen, who pled guilty to hiding income from his taxicab business, hiding debt to secure a home equity loan, and arranging payments to 2 women in the run-up to the presidential election, in coordination with and at the direction of a candidate for federal office.
Fox's Rick Leventhal. And murder warrants issued for the boyfriend and mother of a 5-year-old boy in Iowa who died after an assault by that boyfriend. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Here on ESPN 93.5, our morning news with Jamie Monticelli, brought to you by Classic Plumbing. Honest, affordable, and professional with a 2-year warranty on all their work. Call 586-PIPE or see their Facebook page online, classicplumbinginc.com.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. A 31-year-old Urbana man accused in a fatal shooting outside a house party in Urbana last month has been charged with first-degree murder. 31-year-old Corey Jackson has been arraigned. He is accused in the fatal shooting of 27-year-old Martez Taylor. University of Illinois President Tim Kylene and other university leaders have been asked to go to Springfield to talk about a new public-private innovation center near downtown Chicago. The Discovery Partners Institute is set for $500 million in state funding this year. The News-Gazette says the officials have been asked to be at a Senate Higher Education Committee hearing on August 28th. The institute will connect the local campus with the University of Chicago and Northwestern University. Weather permitting, North Race Street will be closed to through traffic at the Boneyard Creek between West Griggs Street and West University Avenue from 6 a.m. Monday, August 27th through 4 p.m. Tuesday, September 4th. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
According to Classic Plumbing, these facts are essential for good work. Classic plumbers are experienced, qualified, and consistent. Right up front, you'll know all the work is warranted for 2 years. Their $55 diagnostic fee covers your estimate and applies to your job. Classic Plumbing promotes a culture of doing good work and hiring outstanding local people. Tim Culver's Classic Plumbing in Urbana and Mahomet get you technology with a tradition of value. Call 586-PIPE. Look them up on Facebook or online, classicplumbinginc.com.
Yes, it's 8:33. It's ESPN 93.5. We check our ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
Folks have a little skip in their step today with the sunshine and a high 78, low 54, up to 78 tomorrow with sunny conditions. More clouds, a low 57 on Thursday night, bringing on that 70% chance of rain and a high only 72 on Friday. Morning clouds on Saturday with a high 85, 90 with sunshine on Sunday. Right now the temperature's at 62, ESPN 93.5.
Okay, 8:34. I don't know if you're aware of this whole 3D printing thing, but you can now, I guess, print guns. Have you seen a 3D printer? You can make things. And if you have a big machine, you can make big things. And should instructions on how to do that be available on the internet? I think you can find all kinds of bad things out there to do you shouldn't do. Is this one of them, or is it a free speech issue? Should it be a free speech issue where, you ought to be able to say what you want, do what you want out there? Or is it like yelling fire in a theater? You can't do that. Our good friend Eben Brown, Ace Fox News radio reporter, Miami, Florida. How are you, my friend?
Good morning.
Okay. 3D printed guns, free speech, or... gosh, it's like yelling fire in a theater. You can't do it.
Oh, well, that's a good question. Is it free speech? Is it a Second Amendment issue? Does this speech need to be somewhat regulated? So far, the federal government has said no. That a gentleman by the name of Cody Wilson in Texas is allowed to publish these files, which, if you download, would allow you, if you have a 3D printer, to print out not really a completed gun, but enough parts where you can make your own firearm. And he has all different styles of firearms, from single shot pistols to semi-automatic rifles like the AR-15. It's controversial because it does, at least on the surface, make it feel like there could be more guns at people's disposal. The other half of it, of course, is that it takes a 3D printer to make one of these things, and those don't come cheap.
Gosh, what about detection, airports, stuff like that?
Well, there had been concern with that because if they're made from a high-tech plastic as opposed to a metal, would a magnetometer find them? But at the airport these days, they don't rely really on magnetometers only anyway.
Yeah.
Most of the time when you're walking through
or
your bag is being checked, I mean, they're looking at pictures of things. So a gun still looks like a gun. So when they see something in that shape that shows up either the X-ray of your carry-on or the X-ray of yourself, they're going to stop you. Now, it's not illegal to check a firearm on your checked luggage. They have specific rules about it, but a firearm can certainly go in your checked luggage.
Okay, so right now, you can publish directions because guns are legal if you fill out the paperwork and do all of that. So if I'm going to make...
You don't even need to fill out any paperwork. Guns are legal, and in many states, no permitting is required to own a firearm.
Wow, okay.
It's also not illegal to build your own. In fact, that's how we won the American Revolution.
I thought you don't have to register stuff. I thought you had to.
Nope. Depending on the state that you're in.
Okay.
Many people oppose a registry because it's a form of government intrusion. The government shouldn't know what firepower you have, because the purpose of the Second Amendment from the founders was so that you could repel the government if you had to.
No, that's right.
Yep.
Okay, as always, in-depth, accurate, who, what, where, why, when. That's what I'm looking for. You the man.
You got it, man.
Thank you, buddy. Eben Brown, live from Miami, Fox News Radio. I'm not very comfortable with that, but I can see the issues. It's kind of like fire. I love it around a campfire.
Right.
But you can be burned by it.
Sure.
No, I don't feel great about guys making their own guns on a 3D printer.
And really, what's the purpose other than to...
No, they're hobbyists. They love guns. They like collecting guns. They like... Yeah. But right now we're in a kind of a area of too many guns, kind of a feel, but yet still protecting the Second Amendment. All right, 8:38. Feel free to text in on anything, anytime. 359-2255.
Speaking of that, going to the Mystery Dinner Theater, Angel Tipsword, our listener in Tolono, will be checking that out at CU Elks Club after 6 on Saturday night.
Awesome. So the Cardinals win. They're 2.5 back, and they're first place now in the wild card hunt.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a change.
Yeah, it is. They were way back a month ago.
And it seems like it was right after Mike Matheny was dismissed.
It's just, to me, it's been more of an example of a change from the leader can change your business. It can change your team when it's the right person. So you got to give the Cardinals some credit. They put Mike Schultz in. Who's he? He's a minor league guy. He was on the bench with Mike Matheny, but he has a different philosophy on baseball. So last night...
Swinging a long one to left off the bat of Ozuna. This ball is up and out of here. Marcell Ozuna, 2-run shot to left. And the Cardinals now lead 5-1.
And it's just a different feel on the baseball team. In the ninth inning, Colton Wong made a play that is just hard. Here's how it sounded, but you just have to go and look at this thing.
Wong plays up the middle, almost behind second base for Turner. Does that wide open stance. The pitch. Turner hits a ground ball. Diving play by Wong, and he throws. Got him! Got him at first. Nice. I don't know how. Wong in short center field. In fact, toward left center. Unloaded a throw, and Turner is out by an eyelash at first. Sensational play.
Unbelievable what Colton Wong just did.
I don't think anyone in the world could have done it. Maybe Javi Baez, because he's got that kind of arm.
Right.
But Colton Wong is one of the best defensive second basemen in baseball. So is Javi. But, I mean, that was an amazing play. There's no chance he gets them, and he did by just a whisker, one of those bang-bang plays. They actually reviewed it. And now, during that, Carlos Martinez is back as a pitcher for the Cardinals, but he's going to work out of the bullpen. It was a scary moment last night when a line drive hit Carlos in the chest, and he collapsed.
Oh, no.
And you start thinking heart and all these other things.
Right.
Mike Schultz, if you've never heard him talk, he's not going to wow you at a lounge. He's kind of a dry baseball guy, but he sounds like a really good man. Here's how Mike Schultz looked at everything after the game.
Clearly, that's the most important thing. You know, game was big, but Carlos being okay, it looks like all things are checking out. He's going to get x-rays, but he was alert, aware. Initially, training staff felt pretty positive, all things considered, and blessing that, that was scary, obviously. And so all things check out right now, but we'll find out more as we go.
Your heart kind of sinks when you see it.
Oh, God. Absolutely sinks, and just, immediate prayers for him. But just scary.
That's Mike Schultz, the interim manager, and I think he's, it's still 6 weeks of baseball, but man, I don't know how you don't hire him. I mean, he's the team's got the best record in baseball. They're back in the hunt. It is amazing. It's just unexpected too. Sports headlines will be coming up in just a moment.
By the way, Yu Darvish is out for the season.
Yeah, and so is Dexter Fowler.
Right.
I'll trade you Dexter Fowler for Yu Darvish. Hey, Austin, how about that?
So Chicago Cubs right-hander shut down for the remainder of the season, recovering from that stress reaction in his right elbow.
Hey, Austin, I'll trade you Dexter for you.
I think he's... No, thank you.
Well, I got you.
Okay.
I always try and do these Cub-Cardinal trades. I'd give you Dexter and a weekend in the Marriott. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 8:42.
Winning can be fun, and we love giving away free stuff, but we want to make sure it's fair for everyone. So here are the rules when competing to win on ESPN 93.5. No purchase necessary. Prize must be collected within 30 days during business hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 2702 Boulder in Urbana. ESPN Radio assumes no liability due to circumstances beyond our control, and any prize may be substituted with a prize of equal or greater value. Winners are liable for any taxes, tips, or other miscellaneous charges associated with the prize. All contestants must have a valid ID and social security number. Our judges' decisions are final and reserved reserve the right to end any contest at any time for any reason without notice. In the event that a contestant is found to be ineligible for a prize, said prize will not be awarded. And if you win, we reserve the right to use your likeness or voice on the radio or online, and any winners must wait 30 days to win again. Get a complete list of rules and more information on any contest on ESPN Radio at ESPNCU.com. Those are the rules, and good luck from ESPN 93.5.
If you're looking for a great car dealership, look no further than Honda BMW of Champaign. Ben Quattrone and his team just received the Honda President's Award in 2017, meaning they're one of the best Honda dealerships in America. They offer great deals. They have a tremendous service department with problems fixed right the first time and customer service that'll keep you coming back. So before you buy, make sure you give the award-winning Honda BMW of Champaign a chance to earn your business. Just off Neal at Burwash and Savoy, online, drivechampaign.com.
Hey, next time you pay for parking, forget the spare change and use Mobile Meter instead. It's available all over Champaign-Urbana, and it's the easiest way to pay for parking. Download the Mobile Meter app, store your credit card information, then select how long you want to park. That easy. Download the Mobile Meter app or go to mobilemeter.us.
Students are back. Students are back. By the way, I have not commented on Molly Tibbetts. Just heartbreaking.
Right.
This is the Iowa University of Iowa student.
And an illegal immigrant was to blame.
And apparently, here's what the illegal immigrant said. He said, I stalked her, at least followed her, and then I confronted her. She threatened to call the police with her phone, which was exactly what she should have done. And then the guy says, I blacked out. Doesn't remember anything, but led her to the body. Heartbreaking, which will, no doubt will bring up the illegal immigrant status of everybody again. We have the students arriving. It's move-in day tomorrow, so it's going to be really packed on campus. We're going to be out there Sunday, kind of milling around on campus, handing out some goodies. So.
I know the triplets are, obviously with Grace involved in the Miss America pageant on September 9th. She's not involved, and will do her senior year next semester.
Yeah, she's not going this for sure the fall, as she'll serve Illinois or America based on what happened September 9th. But yes, she is. In fact, the triplets, Grace and then her brothers Benjamin and Christian, then her older brother Nathaniel are coming back from Canada Friday.
Okay.
So we're excited as they start the long drive home.
And then the boys will move in?
And boys are going to have to hustle. They haven't moved in. Okay. And boy, it's going to be a whirlwind there next week for sure.
Okay.
As they get back in after driving a long way. But the U of I student bags powered by Prospect Bank. Look for us around. We can't be on the quad. We know that, but we'll be around campus. Just a bunch of good offers like from Macy's, Marketplace Mall, FedEx, Crossroads Corner Consignment, Rosati's Pizza, and CarX.
Yes, including Game Day Spirit, the place at 117 Apartments, Saladmeister, and Jet's Pizza.
Oh, boy, all good. All good stuff and really nice offers in there. So we're excited the students are back. We're blessed to have the University of Illinois in our town, and we love you and we'll never take you for granted.
That's right. St. Louis Cardinals win 5-2 over the LA Dodgers. They've got another game you'll hear on ESPN 93.5 this evening. Washington Nationals struck a deal. Matt Adams is coming back to St. Louis. Detroit over the Chicago Cubs 2-1 yesterday. They've got a game at 6:10 starting on US 105.9 against the Motor City Kitties. We have Minnesota over the Chicago White Sox 5-2 after that 3-run ninth. Rick Renteria, their manager, out of the hospital with lightheadedness and back to Chicago. Also trending in Illini Nation is the basketball schedule and the 20 conference games, 6 teams that will play once, starting the Big Ten season against Nebraska on December 2nd. The ladies have their schedule at ACC Big Ten Challenge will be against Clemson. That's sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
And again, US 105.9, your home for the surging Chicago Cubs as of tonight.
Exactly.
And ESPN 93.5, your home for the continuing, we hope, surging St. Louis Cardinals. But let's be very clear. It is the Cubs' league to win or lose. They're the best. But the Cardinals are making you look. There is no doubt. They're just not as loaded. And I do think the Cubbies will get it going. And when they do, they're just going to be really, really hard to beat because they just got such a wonderful lineup. But right now, there is no doubt they're looking at each other. They're struggling right now. But I think the Daniel Murphy, maybe you give them a kick they need. And probably get it going, I believe, in Detroit tonight. Okay, back with weather next.
If you want to experience moments of joy, excitement, and satisfaction, visit the Honda Summer Spectacular event, where well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% APR on the 2018 Honda HR-V. Part of KBB.com's 2018 Best Overall Brand. You've just entered car buying bliss. Hurry into your local Honda dealer.
See dealer for financing details based on 2018 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for information.
If you want to experience moments of joy, excitement, and satisfaction, visit the Honda Summer Spectacular event, where well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR on the 2018 Honda Accord. Part of KBB.com's 2018 Best Overall Brand. You've just entered car buying bliss.
Visit your Central Illinois Honda dealers today.
See dealer for financing details based on 2018 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for information.
Houlihan's is now offering Sunday brunch from 9 to 2. Enjoy some of Houlihan's favorites in addition to new brunch items such as stuffed French toast, buttermilk pancakes, Southwest skillet, house-made quiche, avocado toast, and mushroom spinach and goat cheese omelets. Have Sunday brunch outdoors with a mimosa or Bloody Mary in hand and great company at Houlihan's on their beautiful, secluded patio. Can't make it to brunch? Houlihan's has patio play every Thursday this summer from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. featuring live local music. Check out Houlihan's on their Facebook page.
Hi, I'm Habib, and this is your Motivational Minute. We love kind-hearted people and stay away from those who are harsh. We don't like working for a bully, but we gravitate to humble bosses who lead with a servant heart. There's a huge difference between the love of power and the power of love. Same two words, but flipped around. Love of power is about me, and power often corrupts the person. On the other hand, the power of love is about others, and it builds up the other person. Gandhi said that the day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will truly have peace. Servant leadership, humility, kindness, and the power of love will create tight-knit bonds in families, at work, and with our friends. Let's resist loving power, and let's replace it with the power of love. I'm Habib, and this is your Motivational Minute. To stay focused on developing our leadership trait, I'm hosting John Maxwell's Live to Lead again this year at the iHotel. Buy your tickets at HabibHabib.com. I hope to see you there.
You know, we talk about who you surround yourself with. Mm-hmm. If you surrounded yourself with Habibs, and there are not very many like him, your life will be better.
Agree.
There's no question. ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast, National Weather Service.
Looking good. Today's high 78. 54 our low this evening with clear conditions. Sunshine and a high 78 again tomorrow. Down to 57 with an increase in the clouds on Thursday evening. Showers and thunderstorms mainly before 1 on Friday with a high 72 expected. 66 our low in the evening. Overnight showers could occur and carry into Saturday's forecast. But then looking good. Partly cloudy with a low 71. Saturday night 90. With sunshine Sunday. 63 now on ESPN 93.5.
Have the Big Ten Network here on in the studio all morning. I cannot believe the evolution of the athlete. How tall are women volleyball players now?
6'3".
I mean, the people at the net, I think 6'6" is not crazy.
Probably so.
And same for women's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
There's 6'5", 6'6". I mean, are you happy about being that tall as a woman, or do you wear flats and then look for a basketball player?
Probably wear flats.
But
for
I mean,
sure.
now this is not going to sound very good, but when you were playing high school, you were the tallest girl.
I was 6 foot. Yep,
and that's tallest girl.
That's right.
And so that's been a few years ago. And so
mid-80s,
a couple of decades later, the women are, and same for guys. I mean, remember when the linemen in football? This is just anecdotal and observation. The linemen in football used to have really big guts, and they weren't very fast.
That's right.
But if you're going to play past college, you're going to have to be fast and quick and agile and
muscular
and so
flexible.
Big. And that's why I think we're, not only is CTE is a thing, and it's been a thing because we are discovering that the folks that played in the 60s and 70s and 80s, they've had a lot of trouble.
Right.
But I think it's going to expedite with the speed of the new football, with all the physics involved of how big and strong and fast everybody got. And so it's going to be a continuing issue. And it'll be fascinating to see over the next decade how many parents veer their kids away from football.
True.
Because what do you want to go there for if you've seen the movie Concussion?
It was interesting, speaking on that concussion issue, to see our inner squad at Unity last Friday and how the guys are wearing these little black bubbles it's like a shower cap or something over their helmet.
Really?
Yeah.
I have not seen that.
And there were people in the crowd that said that looks like a little Stevie J afro going on, Diane.
Well, then that must have looked really good. Wait a second. Is that like for the practice or was that?
I think it was because it was inner squad. I said, is this the new helmet? And they said, we think it's just for the inner squad.
So
game.
it's kind of akin to a boxer wearing a headgear in practice.
Right.
Okay.
But with
why
not
do that?
Bubble wrap over the helmet.
Well, why wouldn't you do that?
Right. I was like, well, that's cool. That's a good idea.
Who came up with that idea? I'd like to see some science on that. I'm sure it helps. But why don't you bubble wrap your helmet in games? If you're trying to prevent concussions in practice, why don't you try and prevent them in games? That makes sense.
Right.
Interesting. Unity, cutting edge.
I know. It's got Hamilton right on top of it.
Okay, lastly, Sweet Corn Festival is really this weekend?
It is.
I thought that signals the end of summer.
It does. And then we've got Labor Day.
Yeah.
So, they've got a lot of fun things happening in downtown Urbana. And the new scheme of all of these festivals, it was the same at Taste last weekend, is that you can kind of walk around with a beer. You get a wristband when you come into the area, but you can also get in with the local pubs and things like that, go in and out. There's entertainers in the pubs. There's a few different stages with different local entertainment. So I kind of like it.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow. Jeremy Warner Show is coming up. It's getting close. High school football again on Q96. It's St. Joe Ogden at St. High School, St. Thomas More.
That's right. Brought to you by JT Walker's. Great food, great service, a small town atmosphere that you can't beat in downtown Muhammad.
And then again,
JTWalkers.com.
1 week from Saturday, again, Illinois football taking on Kent State.
That's right.
That's a week from Saturday, which will be Labor Day weekend.
I think that's an 8 o'clock start. Or something. It's like Saturday night, isn't it?
So
no, okay.
Football game, first game, kickoff. Kent State. Do we know that?
I think it's 2:30 or 11.
2:30 or 11. Yeah, that's down the way.
Okay.
Didn't want to leave a little confusion. Yeah. Okay, and my daughter Grace going to Miss America send off Saturday night at iHotel.
So exciting.
15 tickets is all I have left.
Okay.
So you need to go to missillinois.org if you want to come. We'd love to have you. 5 to 7. Chancellor will be there. All right, Diane, see you tomorrow.
It is 11 a.m. start. I'm sorry.
For the first football game.
Okay, enjoy the day.
That's Diane. I'm Stevie J. Jeremy Warner Show next. Thank you for listening. Have a great Wednesday.
When severe weather threatens, trust Fox Illinois Storm Team. We have the area's most experienced weather team. Doug Quick, Joe Crane, and Thomas Patrick are right here, keeping you safe. Stay with Fox Illinois and foxillinois.com for the very latest on severe weather. Your smartphone may know more about you than you think.
It can pinpoint where you live, where you work, where you shop.
The information your device is gathering about you, whether you like it or not. Tonight on Fox Champaign News at 9.
Philippians 4:13 states, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. If this world is sucking the life, strength, and joy out of you, seek strength through Jesus Christ. He gives us everything we need to have true joy in our life. This message brought to you by the Blossom Basket Florist.
We turn your feelings into flowers. The Blossom Basket Florist. The florist you pick.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. As independent financial advisors, we can help ensure you're following a strategy that makes sense, no matter what the market is doing. Take control of your financial life with a complimentary consultation. We will help create a plan that's right for you. Contact us today at 3017 Village Office Place in Champaign, or call 217-366-3456, or find us online at ProvidentFinancialGroupLLC.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Each Friday and Saturday night, make it Big Grove Tavern in downtown Champaign. Big Grove has started their late nights at the Big Grove Bar and outside on the patio. So each Friday and Saturday through the end of fall, Big Grove will stay open until 1 a.m. They'll serve a full bar menu including great wine, unique cocktails, and an assortment of craft beer, along with the special late night menu including tacos, burgers, and veggie options. Enjoy late summer and early fall on one of the region's best patios. We'll see you this Friday and Saturday night until 1 a.m. at Big Grove Tavern, where everyone is welcome.
The
2018 Urbana Sweet Corn Festival is thrilled to introduce a new local spin on beer. This year, we have partnered with local breweries Riggs, Blind Pig, and Distill to make sure the beer we serve at Sweet Corn Festival is a full celebration of our local scene. Our 2018 Festival Cup will allow you to bring your drink between the Sweet Corn Festival and downtown bars without missing a beat. Roaming with a drink in your hand at the Urbana Sweet Corn Festival has never been easier. This festival is proudly brought to you by the Urbana Business Association, City of Urbana, Granite Center for the Performing Arts, and Illinois American Water. For more information, visit UrbanaSweetCornFestival.com.
All right, it's an honor to welcome yet another law enforcement official of the month. It is August, and we welcome in our studios, he's Sergeant Dave Coffey, born and raised in Champaign County. Some situations have been dangerous. Have you feared for your life? Has there been situations where you didn't know how it was going to work out?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, if you're not scared in this profession, then there's something wrong.
But then why do you do it? I mean, people can go to work and not be scared all day in the office. Why do you go to the office and you're doing overnights? You're a sergeant. Why are you doing overnights now?
I like it.
Wow.
I like protecting people. That's the biggest thing I've gotten out of this.
So, I mean, when you get a call, the juices start and your protective things and all your training kicks in. And, but you don't, it's dark. You can't even see.
We have flashlights.
See, folks, we need people like Sergeant Coffey. Brought to you by SK Exteriors, their website, callsktoday.com.
Regulators 61821 is looking for riders and donors for this year's 15th annual Run for a Reason motorcycle poker ride on Saturday, September 8th. Everyone is welcome, from clubs and associations to the general public. Proceeds will go towards Sophie Gant, suffering from a neuromuscular disorder and learning disabilities. To donate, sign up, or get more information, go to Regulators61821.com or search Regulators61821 on Facebook.
Previously on Tank Harp. What would get you excited about this Bears season?
As I look at the schedule, I'm trying to pinpoint one game that could be the swing game.
Okay.
Now, the Bears open the season against the Packers. The next week, I think it's Monday Night Football against the Seahawks. And right there, that's the one. Week 2, it's that Monday night game at home against Seattle, which is a team that it feels like their championship window is closed.
I agree.
Don't scare you as much. That's a winnable game.
Tune in weekdays 4 to 6 as Lante and Mike Carpenter talk everything from Fighting Illini to Cubs, Cards, and Sox right here on ESPN 93.5.
Hey, listen up and pay attention. It's Jimmy here with a very profound message. What you need to do is buy a Zeepa. Nobody wants to hear you snoring all the time. That's ZYPPAH.com. You're sleeping next to somebody and you know you're snoring and you're not doing anything about it? That's disrespect. So what you gotta do is get a Zeepa at ZYPPAH.com. That's ZYPPAH.com. Zeepa.com. Happy Z spelled backwards.
If you're looking for a great car dealership, look no further than Honda BMW of Champaign. Ben Quattrone